Tyson, it's always great to see you. You're fighting on Saturday. First of all, the fight. You're up against a Swedish pugilist. He's called, what's his name?
Otto Wallin.
Otto Wallin. So Saturday in Vegas. How are you feeling about the fight? How good an opponent is he?
I'm feeling fantastic. I've trained really hard. I've been in training camp for 7 weeks. As you can see, I'm in excellent shape. And, you know, this guy is looking to be the first heavyweight champion since Ingemar Johansson. Everybody's an unknown quantity until they get a break. But me being me, I don't take anybody lightly, and I give them the respect that they need.
I saw that you did, in the last couple of weeks, you did Mike Tyson's hot boxing podcast. I saw it put up on his site,
dangerous.
which I did actually myself a few months ago. Fascinating experience for me. How did you find it with Mike?
Very interesting. You know, we talk a lot of deep conversation, from highs and lows to him being high and me being drunk. Everything you could think of. It was quite an in-depth interview, to be fair.
You're actually...
really worth a watch.
You're from very different backgrounds, you and Mike Tyson. I've got to know Mike Tyson pretty well over the years. He's a fascinating, complex character. But in many ways, you've had not dissimilar trajectories. As you say, great highs, great lows, tremendous fighters. What did you feel that you and Mike had in common after you'd finished speaking with each other?
I think we've got a hell of a resemblance. We almost look like twins. I'm going to upload a picture on Instagram in a minute, and you can all check it out to see how much me and Mike actually look alike.
We're both gender neutral.
Yeah.
But did you relate to him?
I asked my brother today, and he went, "Which one's you?"
But Tyson, to be serious, apart from the name, obviously, Tyson, the reality is that you're both very articulate. You're probably far smarter than most people give a lot of boxers credit for. You've been through a lot of good stuff and bad stuff. I just wondered, when you finished the pair of you, because it's very intense, that interview that he does. And I did it for like 90 minutes. I found it very intense. I would imagine for you, with someone like Mike Tyson, you must have found so many parallels, notwithstanding the fact you come from very different places.
100%. We found similarities, a lot of similarities in our lives. But I put that down to the fact that we've walked a similar path. Although he's probably had a lot harder time than me due to different circumstances. But there's a lot of similarities. And after the thing, we just had a massive hug for like a minute, non-stop. That was amazing to get a massive hug off a legend like Mike Tyson.
He really is a legend. Somebody who was heading towards legend status and then hit the buffers very dramatically was Anthony Joshua, who had this sudden, extraordinary defeat. And what do you think is going to happen in the rematch? Because many people think that actually Luis has got his measure and that he might just beat him all over again. Well,
you know, everybody can lose a fight. As we've seen some of the great fighters in the past, they've all lost fights. But it's how they come back, and what he's going to do in the rematch, I've no idea. I've not been in camp with him. I don't know how he's training or whatever, but I know they fight in December sometime. But at the end of the day, if you lose to a better man on the night, but you try your best, we can only do our best as athletes and as boxers. Is Luis Ortiz too good for it? Andy Ruiz too good for him? I don't know. We'll find out on the rematch.
Frank, you've promoted many of the great fighters in the last 3-4 decades. It was pretty shocking, wasn't it, what happened with Anthony Joshua? What did you put it down to?
I just think that I just don't think he's got a great defence. I think he's wobbled in probably 3 or 4 of his previous fights. He's been clipped. And Ruiz took his best shot, got off the floor. I think that shocked him, took the fight to him, and from then on it was his fight. And he seemed to go into a shell. And watching the fight, it seemed like he was pleased to get out there at the end. It was quite unusual to see a boxer congratulating somebody so much when they defeated him. You know, I was a bit, you know, I thought that was a bit strange in every way. I think he's got his measure, provided he's not gone off the rails. He's with Ruiz. I know he's been out partying and so forth, but the fact of the matter is he took the fight at 5 weeks' notice last time. This time he'll be in a longer training camp. He knows he can hurt Joshua, and I don't see, you know, that he's going to be worried about getting in the ring with him, even if it's in Saudi Arabia. And I feel that Joshua has got a real problem on his hands with this guy.
Tyson, you've got television cameras following you around a lot of the time at the moment, haven't you? You've got a new reality TV show coming out, Meet the Furies. What's that going to involve?
I have, yes. They've been following me around for the last few months. Most of the comeback, actually. An insight on Tyson Fury as a husband, as a father, as a son, as a boxer, and as an everyday person, really. It's a real behind-the-scenes show of my life.
Is it going to include Tommy? Of course, we saw Tommy on Love Island, or does Tommy not make an appearance?
Tommy doesn't make an appearance. Well, he might make an appearance on this time, but Tommy's got his own TV show going on, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
Tyson, when are you going to go and knock out Deontay Wilder?
February.
Hopefully February 22nd, Piers.
We all want you to knock him out.
That's what you're going to get, because as we see, winning 10 rounds out of 12 is just not good enough here in America. So we're going to have to go for the knockout.
Got robbed last time, and this time we've got to make it right.
Frank,
put the record straight and do what we've got to do.
Frank, the ability of a boxer to throw a punch is one thing. The ability of a great champion to take a punch, get knocked over and get back up is a very rare talent that not many of them can do. When you saw Tyson go down against Wilder in such dramatic fashion right at the end of that fight, in all honesty, now be honest now, did you think he'd get back up?
No, I thought he was knocked out, and we talked about it afterwards, and he said to me, well, the referee came into the dressing room before the fight, and he said if either of the boxers get knocked down, if Deontay or Tyson gets knocked over, he's going to ask them to, when they get up, if they get up before the end of the count, he'll tell them to walk 3 paces to the right or to the left, and he said then he'll look at them and decide whether they're fit enough to box on. And Tyson told me afterwards, when he was down, he said he couldn't feel his legs for a few seconds. He had the presence of mind to stay down until he got the feeling back in his legs and then got up. And not only did he get up and had the presence of mind to do that, he came back and at the end of the round was on top of the fight. He was winning the fight at the end of the round. And, you know, for me, it's the most dramatic heavyweight ending of a fight I've seen in God knows how many years. It was so exciting, and it was, and you know, I thought it was all over. But he showed what he's all about. He's got a great chin, and you know, you have a good chin, but he's also got a great heart. He's a boxing man through and through. That's what he is.
It was the most incredible thing I've seen, and Tyson, it was a great, I think, tribute to your resilience and just determination to get back up. What were you thinking as you lay there? Did you, for a moment, think it's over? Were you thinking anything?
With me, it's never over until it's over. I've came back from the brink from many different things, many times before. And if I'm about to lay down in a boxing fight, that wouldn't be my style or in me to do that. If there's an ounce of breath left in my body and I'm able to get up and continue, then I will do. Listen, at the end of the day, everyone can be knocked out, and if you can't get up, fair play to the other guy who did it to you. The one thing I do hope, though, in all fights that I have, is that we both get out of the ring safe and go back to our families in one piece. Because at the end of the day, it's a sport and no one deserves to get severely injured involved in it.
Very true. The other thing that sadly...
penguin sings.
The other thing that's not over till it's over and never looks like being over is Brexit. We can't let you go without Tyson Fury's version, opinion, verdict on Brexit, which is tearing this country in two.
Give us your knockout punch,
What do you
Tyson.
make of it, Tyson?
Very interesting. I think we should elect Frank Warren as Prime Minister and let him go to work. 100%. If he can bring Tyson Fury back from defeat, he can bring the United Kingdom back to the top.
Are you a leaver or a remainer, Tyson?
Do you know what? I don't really get too much involved in politics at all. But, you know, we voted out to leave, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, if you don't go with what the public says, we may as well have a dictatorship.
That's what democracy is all about. I'm a Remainer, but I thought they had the vote, and that's what they should abide by and get on with it and do it. It's liberty what's going on.
I say leave and give them nothing, Frank. Pay no divorce bill.
I can't do that. That's the problem.
That's Donald Trump.
Listen,
to help out.
when have you ever known a divorce not to cost you any money? It's impossible.
Chaps, we can.
It's costing us a fortune now.
For a divorce.
They should put. They should stick a.
Don't say it, Frank.
They should get shot of those. Get shot of them. I know they're. Oh, I can't. It does my head.
I don't want to wind you on too early, Frank. I know it's late
Boris
over
Johnson. What'd you do?
These are the conversations which are going on in every breakfast room around the country. I absolutely love it. It's spot on. It's great to see you both, Tyson Lee, looking superb. Not sure if I'm allowed to say that anymore. We always get into trouble when we compliment each other on our respective weights. But really good luck on Saturday night, Sunday morning.
We haven't seen your torso today, Tyson. A bit disappointing for the ladies. Any chance of a quick,
Reveal?
Come on. Off comes the shirt.
Should we get it off?
Come on, off it comes.
I'm keeping mine.
Go on, Tyson. Let's see it.
Let me on hockey.
Yeah.
Ready?
Looking good, mate.
Gets knocked down, but he gets up again.